welcome to the live stream. I'm just gonna clean this up really quick. Okay, that's all I need open right now. So, welcome back to the live stream. Sorry it crashed. My phone was giving up on me, but we're back now. So today I'm going to be doing things to my character. I dressed her up in a Halloween costume, and I'm going to be editing her. Hello. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to be telling a spooky story, some true ones. I have 3 for you guys today. And then I'll just make some up as I go. So the first 3 will be true. But, yeah. So before we get into it, I'm going to go ahead and say hi to all of you guys. So, hi Blueberry, hi Blue, hi Luna, hi Blue Banana. Ooh, excuse me. Hi Lovely, hi Mi-chan, hi Potato Peel, hi Watermelon, hi Carrie, hi Liam, hi Brianna, hi Candy, hi Spyro, hi Swagger, hi Devengel, hi Silver, hi Ellie, and hi Neon. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to be reading off my iPad, and then I'm going to check on you guys every, I guess, when I feel like it's supposed to. Like, every time I finish a sentence, I guess. Hi, Alex. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. So I never really I believe in ghosts, okay? So I believe in ghosts, but the thing is, I always think logical. Like, I always think of everything logical that could happen, that could cause this, before thinking of paranormal, which is phenomenon science, which stands for non-true science and just theories. Thank you. Anyways, so as you can see here, she's dressed up as Rey, my favorite Jedi from the... No, not my favorite Jedi. My favorite Jedi is actually Ahsoka, who's no longer a Jedi because she got kicked out and never came back. Whoops. But I won't tell you why. Hi, gamer. And I'm eating my lunch. Anyways. So, I believe in ghosts because I can see one. Well, actually 2, which are my dead grandmothers, great-grandmothers. And, you know, they always appear when I'm sad, which I think is psychological. So I think that I just have a bond connection, but I really let them go, you know. I had closure. I wasn't really close to the last one that died, so I don't know why I see her, but she helps me. The problem is she doesn't speak English. She speaks Russian, so that's why I try my best to understand her. Yes, she speaks. And I have my tea right here to keep me yeah. So let's just get into it. And this was an entry to one of my favorite YouTubers' stories. Hi, Book Plays. And yeah, so as we do this, I'm going to be editing this right here, and I have my white paint ready that I'm going to transport into black at the end, and my extra layer. And this time I'm actually going to go ahead and, because I want to make this as real as possible, I will be trying to edit the clothes and try to move it down like this, like that, because Ray's clothes weren't like that. Hi, Bellaboo. For the ones that pop on my screen, I'm definitely going to respond to you, because, yeah. Well, then, if you guys really want to, you can, open up IBS to Paint or download it really quick. I'll give you a few seconds before we start. so you can follow along. Or you can wait, because it's going to take me a while to, like, do all the, you know, what's the word? Lining. And, yeah, I'm going to check on how much we have right now. We have 21 people watching. So you can follow along. Or you can wait, because oh, and my brother's in here, and I don't see him. I didn't see him. No, the garage is haunted, and I'll tell you why. So let's just get into this. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the thing again. So, dark, scary stories with Sam, I guess. Samantha, whatever you want to call me. Hi. I don't remember the date exactly, but when we were settling in the new house, the house was new and nice. It wasn't that old, you know. It was a little old, you know. It was built in, like, I forgot, honestly. But there was 3 bedrooms. Mine was next to the garage, and mine is next to the garage. Like, I'm, like, facing outside, so on my left side is the garage, and if you just, at night, I would just hear this in the night, but I always think logical, and we have a water pipe and I have a water pipe right next to my wall, so that's probably where it's coming from, and I'm going to think logical about that, and I don't get freaked out if I think like that. So, where's ghosts going to mostly go? They're either in the closet, under the bed, or in the garage, and mine is in the garage. Mine is not under the bed because nobody can get under the bed. I have dogs, so I don't let them go under the bed for those reasons. No, there is not going to be music, by the way, because I'm telling the story. And if I pause this, and, yeah. Hope you got your IBS open, and, yeah, I'm gonna try my best, you know, get this correct. But, so, you said the hostage Shazam was only $15? There was 3 bedrooms. Mine was next to the garage. My room had a 7-foot ceiling, a tan carpet, 2 wooden doors that were white and rolled out, but is now broken because we had our neighbors come over and they smashed it. Is it frozen? What the frick? Hold up. It's not frozen, is it? No, it's not frozen. Yeah, my phone's not. No, it's not frozen. Anyways. So. Hi, Fallen. So, my 7-foot ceiling. I had a 7-foot ceiling. I have a 7-foot ceiling. A tan carpet, 2 wooden doors that were white and rolled out. Inside, there was a small rack to hang my clothes made from metal. A window on the side of, I'm going to modify that actually really quick. Modify that. Okay, I already messed up. Okay, we're gonna retrace that. I'm trying to be, like, careful, you know? That's not careful. Thank you. There was a small rack to hang my clothes made from metal, a window on the side of the room with a marble windowsill. The walls were covered in little popcorn balls of paint, the color of a plain, bland tan yellow. Behind the door was a doorknob to stop the door, along with 5 outlets spread across the room. The first night was fine, and the next couple months too. After a year of living in the house, strange things began to happen. I noticed that whenever I go in the garage, I would always feel uneasy. You know, I would get that vibe where you're like, I don't think I should be in here. Something's in here and I don't like it. It doesn't feel nice. You know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna come get you. Hi, I'm Pennywise. I'm actually gonna take that and I'm going to make a different layer now. I'm gonna put the foot, I'm gonna rename it. This is the right foot. Thank you. Hi, Diamond. And, every time I went in the garage, I would just get goosebumps, like something was there. Like, it was cold. It was always cold there, and the AC doesn't go there, so, and it's, we live in Florida, so it's pretty hot here. It's pretty hot here, and this is happening during the summer, so, you know, I don't understand why it was cold. Nobody cares, Steven. Anyways, yeah, you know, like, you want to get, like, if you want to check for ghosts, I wouldn't suggest a Ouija board or anything like that, but I would suggest an 8-ball, because those are, like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna save that story for, like, later, because I have a story with my 8-ball. I still have it, and I don't really use it much because of what happened, so, don't ask, 8-ball rude questions, because you don't know what's actually controlling it. And there's a scientific thing for it, but the thing I did with it was, like, it's no longer scientific. I tried to put it together, but it didn't work. The scientific reason for why it always guesses right didn't work. But, yeah, I'm just doing that because I just need, like, you know, oh, frick. That wasn't even on the right page. Yeah, that wasn't on the right page. No, don't. I'm setting a bad example already. Oh, no. So, every time I went in the garage, I always felt uneasy, and I always felt nauseous, but then again, I have acid reflux, so it could have been just a incident. But my mind likes to wander and just like, no, your garage is haunted. You see, I used to watch Jay Station, which I don't anymore because after what he did. No. The things he does now for views, oh my gosh, it's so rude. I'm not going to talk about it because it could be triggering to others, But back then, why am I saying back then like it was like 2018 or like the 1900s or something? So a few years ago, I used to watch Jay Station, and he would scare the heck out of me with these challenges, and I would get so scared. And he taught me salt keeps ghosts away. So keep in mind, this comes in handy. This will come in handy in the stories because I still do this. So, after feeling these feelings in the garage for a bit, I didn't I didn't really, like, pay attention to it. I'm just like, okay, you know what? It's a garage. It's old. The house is old. You're gonna feel vibes like that. But these vibes kept continuing every time I went in the garage. And at one point, I swear to God, I know what I heard. But when I was in the garage one time, I felt something breathing down on my neck. And you know, when you feel something breathing down on your neck, you're just like, okay, let's think logical right here. There's no one in the garage with you. There was no one in the garage with me, actually. Hold up, I went too far. So, of course, and also, I also heard strange noises when I was in the garage. But I wanted to, like, think logical and think it was, like, rats or something. Turns out it was bats and rats. We had bats and rats, and they are back now, sadly. So I am very scared to stand outside for the bus. It's reasonable. Don't laugh. I see you laughing, whoever's laughing, you know. I'm joking. I know you wouldn't laugh. Right? You wouldn't laugh, right? You guys are probably laughing. Hello. So, I tried to think logical that the house was old and stuff, and turns out it was bats. So I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm safe. It was just bats. I was overthinking. I knew it was not a ghost. There's no such thing as other ghosts. Oh, but boy, was I wrong. It was not over, and it still isn't. One day, yeah, that's like, it's not one day, it's the one day transition, alright? Anyways, one day, I was going to get a popsicle from the garage. And, you know, when you're getting something, like, you get that weird feeling, you know, something's there. And I felt, and there was, and the AC, and here's the thing, our garage doesn't have a window. Our garage, and the AC was not on, and also there was no wind that day. And I went to go get a popsicle that day, and for some reason, the garage was extremely cold, like, to the touch of the floor, it was cold. Usually when I went in there, the floor was warm, but that day, it was, like, icy cold, like, someone walked on there with ice on their feet. And so, I'm just like, okay, this is whack. Why is the floor cold when it's, like, 90 degrees outside, almost reaching 100? So, I'm going to get a popsicle because I'm hot, okay? I'm hot. It's really hot. I'm sweating. I want a popsicle. I want something sweet, alright? Don't judge me. I can have cheat days. I'm having one right now. I'm eating chicken nuggets. Anyways, I'm probably not going to get this done. So, as I was, like, getting the popsicle, I felt something breathing down my neck, and I got scared. And I was scared to turn around, you know. I was scared. There was no one in the house with me at that moment, and, I was home alone at that time, so of course no one would believe me without a witness, so they didn't, but I went to, Went to the freezer and I felt someone breathing down my neck. It was like a cold breeze. Like someone was breathing on me with cold breath. A cold breath. Like someone was in the snow, which was not very common. Cold breath is not common unless it's the winter and global warming is happening even more. Ooh. So after a bit, I was just like, I froze, and I was just like, okay, I swear, if there's a snail on my back, which are not common here either, I was thinking Maryland animals, you know, the things you would find in your backyard in Maryland. Oh, that was a good time. But, like, all of a sudden, I heard this, like, this faint whisper. Its breath was cold and damp. Like, my neck was becoming wet from their breath. Its breath. I'm gonna call it it because I don't know if it's even a human. And, alright, I don't care what happens to you, by the way. Not to you guys, my brother, who just... Oh, bye. You can watch the story later. Well, listen to the story later. But I heard a noise of a whisper. And it was really faint, but I could hear it. And it was like, it was kind of like that... I will kill you. Like that very... It's a whisper, but it was like dominant. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Just imagine your parent is yelling at you because they're mad at you and you did something wrong. But imagine that in a whisper, and like a demonic whisper. Like they're like, I will kill you, but in a whisper, you know? And it sounded like a guy. It could have been a girl. It could have been like a freaking animal, you know? And there's a history on this trail, on this land. As you know, Florida used to be a slave route, you know? So, a lot of people died on the routes because hunger, or they caught up to them, or whatever. And as I was like, yeah, I heard a faint whisper, and its words were "get out" in a very stern, serious tone. So I froze, and I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm not, I ain't getting possessed today. I ain't dying today. I ain't bleeding from the mouth. Heck no, I'm out of here. See ya. Bye, Felicia. I'm out. Bye. I wasn't thinking anymore. You know, I dropped that popsicle. I dropped the popsicle on the floor. I didn't think twice. I ran out of that room because there was nothing I could think logical at that moment. There was nothing logical that could cause it. The house was old, but it wasn't creaking. And nothing was running at that point. The AC was not on because we were trying to save power. And the windows weren't open either, so no air was getting in. That scared me. So, again, I believe in ghosts, but I always like to think logical. Oh, frick. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna edit. I'm just gonna tell the story and read some comments. I can't So, as I was, like, in the garage, and I heard that, no, I was like, no, I'm done, I'm out. I ran out of the garage. But here's what freaked me out. I heard it in whispering in my, my right ear. My right ear was being whispered in. I turn around, no one's there. Nothing is there. I'm like, oh, nope. Frick that, I'm out. Nope, I'm not getting possessed. Nope, no. Not today, Satan. No thanks. I'm out. Bye. So, I ran out. And the first thing I do when I exited, I stood there for a second and, no, I didn't stand there. As soon as I exited, I felt the door slam shut into my head. Yes, that was me. I felt that. I felt the door hit my head, bro. Like, it's not, bro, no. The door slammed into my head and gave me a headache for the rest of the day. No, my head was not bleeding. Thank God. But it hurt. Like, there was a bump on my head. I put ice on it, but it slammed shut, and there was no wind, keep in mind. There was no funnel or air pressure. I was home alone. They didn't come home for hours. So at that moment, I'm like, what the frick just happened here? So I made myself a rule. After that, I made a rule that I would not go in the garage more than once a day. So if I ever needed to go in the garage, it has to count. It has to be something important, or I have to wait for something else to come in because I'm not going to stay in there without it. And I'm also going to hold the door open because here's the thing. Every time I went in the garage, sometimes when there's no air either, and sometimes it was, so I was thinking logical at that point. But sometimes, I'm sorry, can someone help her catch up? So, over time, as I was like, there's like 12 people watching. I am bi-curious, questioning lesbian, because I can't find guys attractive, so, yeah. There was 20 people, now there's 11 people listening. Anyways, so, I'm gonna go back. So after that, sometimes I would go in the garage and I would feel that really big vibe. And sometimes the door would slowly close. And we live on a hill area, so I'm thinking logical right now. I'm thinking like really logical, but we don't live on a huge slanted hill. So I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. Now if I heard children laughter, oh heck no, I'm not staying. But you know, I never actually think these things happen. You don't believe them that they happen until they actually happen to you. And then you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for those people that had to go through all that stuff, you know? And you might not believe it, but you won't believe it until it happens to you. And I get that. I know how you feel. Hi, Teddy. And so sometimes the door would close like it was trying to trap me, and so every time I went in there I would hold my foot on the door and try to reach. But if I had to go, like, my dog wants to come in. if I wanted to come in, if I wanted to come into, like, you know, what? Hold up. If I wanted to go into the garage, like, I need to get something from all the piles of chaos, I would literally make someone come in the garage with me and hold the door open, because sometimes it would close on me. And I remember one time, I stayed in there way too long. I let go of the door. The thing fell that holds the door open. And the door slammed shut. Like, someone took, like, if the door slammed shut, like, someone pushed it closed, like they were mad or something, or their mom came into their room while they were playing Minecraft and they slammed the door shut on their mom and, like, Mom, get out of the room, I'm playing Minecraft, get out! Shuts the door on them. That's how the door closed. Or demons, or both, yeah. You know, but, like, ghosts have, like, there's a reason. They have unfinished business, so. So I wanted to think logical at this point, but there was no way the door can close that fast on a hill or with that much wind. There was not even that much wind. Like, it was barely any wind. So, I'm trying to think logical. I couldn't. The door slammed shut. So, at that moment, I panicked. And my anxiety was going off the roof. Like, I was having a panic attack. I didn't have time for that, though. I'm like, no, I don't got time for that. So I run to the door and try to open the door. The door was stuck. Like, I tried to budge the door open. The door was locked. Like, on the other side, it was locked. And we never locked that door. So I'm trying to frantically open the door. I'm budging the door. I'm, like, shaking the door. Nothing was happening. And I heard, like, whispers. I heard a whisper behind me. Like, it was only one whisper. It's not like there was no children laughter or anything like that, thank God. But, you know, there was no baby crying, or if there was, then I'm just like, no, I gotta find a way out. So I'm trying to get out of this. I'm trying to get out of the garage. I'm frantically trying to open the door. It's not budging. So you know what I do? I karate kick that shit and it opened. Like, the door, like, somehow unlocked from the outside. And I could feel someone trying to grab me as I was trying to get out. And at that moment, I wasn't ready to die. Like, I was ready to fight someone, but when I turned around, there was nothing there. So how do you fight a ghost? How do you fight a ghost? How do you fight a ghost? You know, ghost cops from Cyanide of Happiness. How do you fight a ghost? Kill yourself and then beat up the ghost. But you're not coming back to life, you know? This story time is getting a little too long. So I'm trying to get out. So I get out and I close the door and I'm like, oh God, help me. I'm getting lightheaded. What the frick? Okay, I might have set up too fast. Or it's because my fan's not on. Or it's because my room's closing in on me. I had to vacuum them. How do I vacuum a ghost if you can't see them? I heard that that's not Ghostbusters, you know? So, another incident. How do you fight a ghost? Well, I'll tell you. You take a gun and you shoot yourself and then you shoot the ghost when you have the gun. You gotta pick up the gun yourself and then you shoot them when you see them. Because that's how you see them. I'm joking. There's one way to see a ghost. I heard if you take a planchette from a Ouija board, you can, like, look through it. But I think you should get permission first. You can see, like, the other side, which I'm not gonna mess with that, you know? So, another incident, which was only, like, almost a year ago. It's almost been a year. A full year, like, it happened, like, 9 months ago, like, pregnancy, 9 months, my grandfather bought watermelon to the house, so I wanted to go get some because it was in. You can't come in. So I'm waiting there. No, let's not mess with that. So, I don't know, because you clicked on the video. So, I went in the garage to go get the watermelon. And as you know, I can't hold my foot there and get the watermelon because I'm going to drop it. So, what happened was, when I opened the door, and I forgot to turn on the light before opening the door. Big mistake, okay? I can tell you exactly how the moment felt. It was like, I felt really, really scared to go in that garage. My skin was crawling with creepers, and, oh man. And I had goosebumps going all up my arm as I opened that door. I opened the door. Frick you too. I open the door and I saw blood dripping, red shot eyes. Like the eyes looked like blood from a person's bowels or something. They were so dark red you could probably drip them out. Because I opened the door I opened the door. I opened the door before turning on the light. Big mistake, because I saw these bloodshot red eyes, and along with a silhouette, but there was no body. I just saw a silhouette of goat hooves on the side where hands were supposed to be, but there was no body. I didn't see any kind of body, but I saw hooves, and their feet were hooves too, but there was nothing attached to it. There was no head. It was there were just eyes and teeth, and the teeth were like shark. The teeth were like shark. If a shark and alligator's teeth had a baby, that's how sharp they looked. They were long. They were very white, and if you look on the bottom of the teeth, you could see blood dripping from the teeth. Oh, rip. A true story. There was blood dripping from the teeth, and it was dripping on the floor. It was dripping. The blood was dripping on the floor. I saw it dripping on the floor. It was staining the floor. And if I went in there, I could probably go find it. But I'm not gonna go in there because I already went in there today, and I'm not going back in there. So at that moment, yeah, there was blood. There was blood. The blood was dripping, and at that moment, I screamed so loud, and I shut the door so hard, and my parents are like, "What the is wrong with you? Why are you slamming doors?" And I'm like, I saw something in that garage. It had blood. They're like, it was an animal, but animals don't float. It was floating. There was no body. It was floating. It was floating. It wasn't an animal. It was floating off the ground. It was too far to be off the ground. it was too far off the ground to be an animal. So they didn't believe me, of course. They wanted to think logical. So after that, I heard salt traps them, so I took our kitchen salt and just ran it all over the door where the door opens. And it seems to be working. I heard it traps them, which I think it makes them more angrier because, you trap them. But hey, you open that door and you move that salt, it can come out. You open that door and you don't open the salt, it's not coming out. It's stuck there. There's like a barrier there. So I put the salt there, and yeah, that's what happened. And every time I go in the garage, I'm always scared. I haven't gone in there for like at least 3 months for now. Yeah, I haven't gone in there for 3 months now. But at night, no, I'm not going to show you my face. At night, when it's like really late at night, sometimes, just sometimes, I would hear tapping and scratching on my wall. But again, there's a water heater there, and there's a pipe there, so the pipe's old, so I'm gonna think logical and just think that the water is scratching the pipes, and, everything else that's in there that's getting filtered and whatnot. So, I don't... Do I believe in ghosts at this point? Yes, of course I do, but I always try to think logical when things happen in the garage, and sometimes there is no logical explanation, no matter how many logical things I try to think of. I can't think of anything that can cause it when there's no thing that can cause the reaction like that. King, don't be rude. I have a hand and I'm not afraid to use it. I won't watch that. So, another story. I remember taking Snapchat. So you know that. So this is for Snapchat. Yeah, Snapchat ghost story. Here we go. So, I remember I was in the kitchen baking cake for my mom. Was it for my mom? I think I was baking a cake for my mom's birthday because it was her birthday and I love her and I want to show her how much she means to me. Even though she can be pretty stupid sometimes, but you know what? She's my mom. We all make mistakes, So I was in the kitchen and I was playing with my Snapchat filters because I wanted to take a picture of the cake, and I accidentally put on the dog filter. So you know the filters, those filters, those Snapchat stories where like if you put the filters can sense ghosts and stuff. So I don't really, I don't know how to explain. I didn't script this part, so this is gonna be like, it's gonna be a mess, There was no like definition or anything like that. So I can look at the comments now. So as it was like baking the cake, I took Okay, so as I was taking the cake. I accidentally put the Snapchat filter. Oh, okay. So I had the Snapchat filter on, and I pointed it at the fridge where there was magnets. So I wanted to think logical at this point, but after what happened, I did this. I just wanted to I wanted to make it logical, but afterwards, what happened, took out all the logic. It's like God's life where hair can go through hoods, apparently. Anyways, so this story time is getting really long. I'd never lucid dream. I want to, though. But as I was pointing the phone at the fridge, what happened was that I saw the dog filter worked. There was a dog filter and it was working. And I noticed, and I got scared. I got freaked out. I started taking videos. I posted them on my Instagram, like, oh my gosh, I have a ghost in my house. Hello, let's speak to the ghost and make it mad as possible. No, do not piss off a ghost. I respected its boundaries. I was nice with it. I didn't want to be mean to it, because it can hurt me, you don't know what it can do to you. Well, then it's probably just the magnets. I'm gonna think logical right now, because frick. So I was talking with it, and I knew it was real, because at that moment, I wanted to think that it was real, but I feel like it was just the magnets messing with my phone and making it go off because of the magnetic field. But every time I asked it a certain question, I gave it an option: stick your tongue out for yes, or stick your tongue out for, or don't stick your tongue out for no. And I would wait 10 seconds. If you don't stick out your tongue before 10 seconds, then it's a no. So I gave it that option. Anytime I would ask it a certain question, it would always stick out its tongue, or sometimes it wouldn't. Yes, you are late. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. I never watched Stranger Things, actually. Well, I just, it's raining outside. Let me take a drink, because I've been talking forever. As I was I took my phone and I was listening, and I asked you questions, and it was really hard to keep the phone still. So I'm like, okay, hold up, my 8-ball. I can use my 8-ball to transport it. So I said, can you wait here? Will you not go anywhere? It stuck its tongue out. I put it back, and I went to go get my ball. I got my ball. I have it right there. Hold up. I have it right here. I'm gonna open the door for this, because if I need to make a quick escape, I'm not gonna have it open. Here it is. I got my ball. I'm gonna be gentle with it, because there is something in here. Wait. Oh boy. The frick are you standing there for? So I got my 8-ball. I'm gonna put on my Snapchat. So as it was, so I went into the kitchen, I went back into the kitchen, and I said, okay, I put it up to the fridge, and I want to continue our conversation because it's quite nice. So I was wondering, and I'm asking very nicely, will you transport to this ball? Stick your tongue out for yes. Leave your tongue in for 10 seconds if it's a no. And so it stuck its tongue out immediately. And as soon as it stuck its tongue out, it disappeared. I have conversations with it. Like, it's pretty nice. I'm friends with it, you know. People say not to be friends with ghosts, but hey, it's actually a nice ghost, you know. I just realized you can see my face. So, like, I could probably, I could probably show you an example if I really wanted to. So I kept talking with it, and it's still in this 8-ball. If I really wanted to, I could probably summon it back. Actually, let's do it. Okay, so I have to be really careful and not piss it off, because last time I pissed it off, it wouldn't let me say goodbye, which was scary. Hello, you see some of my face. I'm going to put a filter just in case if it picks it up. I'm not gonna deal with that. Yeah. So these are the scary stories, and I'm gonna put it to action. So I'm gonna flip it over, and we're gonna ask it. I don't know its name. I never guessed it correctly, but that was close. One, it's Halloween, so the Snapchat filter's gonna have it now. Can you get out of my room? Out of my room. Out of my room. Out of my room. Okay, I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna pause it for a second. Alright, I'm good.
It's still there!
Cool!
Scary thing!
Shut up, Steven. Hello, are you still here? I'm gonna shake it. Keep it upside down because it works best that way. If it says no, I'm gonna get so sad that it's gone. No, get out. Get out of my room. Get out of my room now. Get out. I have a fist. So, yeah, this is getting less interesting because you're a boy, right? Oh, crap, it's a girl. You're a girl? Will I ever reach 20K? There we go. Yes. I'm not gonna say it. Alright, and last one. Oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Alright, goodbye.
You ended it?
Yeah, I ended it. So that was the story. Those were the 3 stories. Those were the 3 true stories of
It ended?
of how I encountered with my ghost. That was the story of how my garage is haunted. And the 20K special is the 15K special is on its way here. I have it ready. It's good.
When are you ending the live chat?
I have the screenshots that I need to do.
I forgot to live too.
And I just need to take a few more screenshots. I have all of these questions. I only have all these questions.
I can tell you how to get.
I picked every single entire one. I'm only this far. I'm still working on this one. And then I have still all of these to go. You guys asked a lot of questions. So, yeah. Bye, guys!